Hello, today's video is about configuring wireless client authentication in a centralized deployment. I will be using the Cisco 9800 wireless controller to provide security in a centralized wireless LAN deployment, and I will implement Wi-Fi Protect Access 2 using the pre-shared key. And then I will test and verify the authentication method from the client side so that client can gain access to the network resources that I have. If that sounds good, let's get started. Okay, this is the topology that I am using. This is the DHCP server, and here is my wireless controller and the access point all sitting in the same subnet. And this is the PC that I am connecting to the wireless controller, and I will be accessing the dashboard. And this is the client that I will connect to the access point so that I can gain access to the network resources. Okay. Now I'm connected to the wireless controller dashboard from the admin PC. First, I will go to the configuration and scroll down a little bit. And wireless setup, and I will choose the basic option. I have no location available, so I will click on add, and here I will enter a location name and give it a description. The location type, I will leave the default option as local, and the client density. The client density depends on the network that you are setting up. Is it on an auditorium? Is it in a cafeteria? So I will leave the typical, and I'll go to the wireless networks tab, and I will click on add, and I will define a new. Here, if I have already created one, I can just like pick one, but I need to define a new. So I will give it a profile name. And I will use the wireless LAN ID 30. And I will enable the status. And then I will go to the security tab here. And the layer 2 security mode is Wi-Fi Protect Access 2. And I will leave the encryption, the default encryption, and I will use the pre-shared key. So I have to disable the 802.1x because I will use the pre-shared key here. And then scroll down, and here I have to write the pre-shared key. And then I will save and apply to device. And here I need to choose the WLAN and click add. And now it's like binding the WLAN that I choose to the wireless LAN that we created. And I will hit apply. And in the location that still no access point joined or client, I will click on it, and we need to provision the wireless LAN that we created into an access point. So I will click on the access point provisioning, and here is the access point that I have. I have only one, so I will select it and click on the blue arrow here, and we'll click on apply. And it's still not joining, but I just need to refresh the browser. And yes, now it's joining the access point, joining the location. So if I go to the client PC, And this is the network that we created. And we click on connect and enter the pre-shared key that we have configured. And it's working. It's no internet connection. That's fine, but I have access to the network resources. So if I can open a command prompt and ping the IP address of the wireless controller, 10.10.10.30. Here I do have a connection. So everything is working and the authentication that we configured is working. So now the client have a connection to the network through the access point. Thank you for watching.